Hello, everyone. I would like to thank Societal Organization for giving me an opportunity to present my proposal. I'm a PhD student in Eastern Mediterranean University, Department of Computer Education and Instructional Technology, and my name is Sıdıka Hoca. And my advisor Associate Professor Dr. Nazife Demirliler. She is an instructor in Department of Information Technology. Our study title is a clustering-based framework to develop return-to-school strategies for dropout students. The number of students enrolling in higher education initiatives is increasing globally. However, a considerable percentage of these students drop out some point during their studies, causing financial loss as well as psychological and social problems. Dropout, one of the most prevalent educational problems in a lot of countries. The study of educational data inaugurated in 2021 shows that around 40% of undergraduate students leave universities and colleges every year. The impact studies in 2021 shows that the United States experiences 40% college dropout rate every year, with only 41% of students graduating after 4 years without delay. Direct studies in 2022 shows that 50.9% of men and 44.8% of women drop out school due to economic reasons in Turkey. The other impact studies in 2021 shows that on average dropout students are expected to earn $21,000 less than college graduates, ultimately making 35% less than their partners per year. Another educational data innovative studies in 2021 shows that students with high school diplomas have a 12.7% more chance of living in poverty compared to bachelor's degree holders at 4.8%. There are approaches to solve these problems. One of them, placement of students in the programs that suit their needs and learning and personality traits. Second one, early warning systems for prevention of dropouts. Machine learning predicts who drop out a priori. Third one, second chance programs to recover students who drop out. There are resources available for solution of these problems. One of the vast amounts of data like course management systems, social media survey questionnaire, and tools and techniques like patterns analytics, data science, big data analytics, machine learning. Gresenic studies on this problem in 2022 entitled Educational Data Mining Using Cluster Analysis and Decision Tree Technique, a case study. And the democratic data and course materials used as a data, and the cluster analysis is target and decision tree algorithm is used. Salfi et al. Studies in 2022 educational data mining using cluster analysis methods and decision tree based on long mining. Also, democratic data are used, and the target is find groups of students with similar learning patterns, and decision tree algorithm was used. Portella et al. In 2022 studies why vulnerable early school leavers return to and re-engage with education, push and pull reasons underlying their decision. Dropout students are used, and the target is to help early leavers return to school. In this study, clustering method of educational data mining will be used to group the dropout students according to their characteristics by using data in the student information system. For the student who already drop out, group students with similar properties together like departments, age range, gender, nationality, develop return to school strategy for each group, identify possible improvements in the educational system to encourage the students to enroll back. Understand the properties of dropouts, form cluster groups to further analysis, and help the administration devise precautions and plans. Framework clustering analysis method. In our work, we have an idea for Kristanik who already done it. Educational data mining activities performed for analyzing the dropouts are shown in that figure. We will plan it to get data from the registration database and retrieve data steps. Data anonymized by placing the student ID with a synonym. All other personal information such as date of birth and national ID removed. The data multiple tables in the database integrated. Data cleansed to remove data items that will not be used for analysis. In the pre-process steps, data converted to forms suitable for clustering, features formatted and computed, then the clustering, cluster data, and cluster analysis, then the decision tree analysis. The cluster analysis, 2 and 3 dimensional charts. Decision tree analysis is built using the clusters as labels. That one is the 2 and 3-dimensional visualization of cluster analysis, and that one visualization of decision tree algorithm. K-means algorithm applies a simple and strivers approach to divide a particular dataset into a specified number of clusters. The aim is to form the cluster so that intercluster similarities between the member of a cluster are maximized. At the same time, each cluster is expected to be dissimilar to all other clusters, that is, the intra-cluster similarities are minimized. The K-means algorithm expects the number of cluster K as a parameter and divides the data into K clusters. The processing starts by randomly initializing K centroids for each cluster. Then assign each point in the dataset to its closest centroid. Then each cluster new centroid means is calculated and cluster membership is recomputed. The process continues until the termination criteria are met. When the cluster centroids do change in an iteration, the K-means algorithm terminates. In other words, if the cluster memberships do not change, the clusters have been constructed successfully. Decision tree algorithm is a supervised learning algorithm used frequently for classification. The decision tree method creates a model in the form of a tree structure consisting of a root, inner nodes that are decision or future nodes, and leaf nodes that represent the target classes. The decision nodes split the database on the evaluation of the predicate, and the algorithm builds a tree by dividing the data set into smaller sets based on the decision nodes at each step. The maximum that is shown in that figure is a parameter that determines the number of layers of the decision tree. These are references that I used for prepare this presentation, and I hope you like it. Thank you.